So what we've got here are 5 Bloomburrow pre-release kits. So when a new set comes out, like usual, what I like to do is get a few pre-release kits to open up because they sometimes will also come with a couple extra play boosters. So I have 10 extra boosters here. So in total, we're going to open up 40 packs of Bloomburrow. I'm looking forward to this. I've opened up a collector booster box already on my channel, and it was a lot of fun. I think these ones should be a lot of fun as well. So we'll open up one of these kits, take a quick look at what's inside. Then I'll open up the rest, I'll speed up the opening, and we'll flip over our pre-release promos to see what we can get. What does this say? The lush wilderness of Bloomburrow is home to tall tales and tiny heroes. Wielding spell and steel, a brave band of animals sets out to uncover the secrets of the valley. Adventure awaits behind every leaf. Alright. And there's probably art in here, which you'll have to destroy to get at, because that happens. Okay, so in this, we have our 6 packs. We have a pre-release promo, yes, which I'm going to keep hidden for now. Our 20-sided die. The divider. Some of those are pretty nice, the dividers, they're useful. And then a informational thing, how to, build a pre-release deck. Got the usual kind of stuff. So I'll put this off to the side, and I'm going to open up these other 4 right now. Alright, so we got our kits all opened up. Here's our 40 packs, and we're going to take a look at these pre-release promos now. Maybe we'll get something cool. First one is Moira Trash Tactician. Alright, good for raccoons, I guess. What is this? Hearthborn Battler. This one is pretty cool. I do like it. We have Mabel, Heir to Cragflame. That was the pre-release promo I got in the first pre-release I went to. I should have played it. I ended up playing green-black, but I think I would have done better if I went red-white. Balin the Haymaker. It's pretty good. And a Castrel the Wind-Crested. Alright, so we got basically a bunch of legends for our pre-release promos. Look at that. 4 to 5 are gold legends. Make some commander decks, I guess. Alright, let's open up these packs now. I was kind of hoping to get 3 Tree City, but that's just wishful thinking. Maybe we'll get one in the packs, though. So this one, okay, so these ones are going to be set up I guess like the North American way with the rares and cool stuff at the back. These ones will have it up front because these are going to be Japanese printed ones. I'll go through the commons pretty quickly. Uncommons as well. Zoraline, Cosmos Collar, and a Dragonhawk right away. And a foil island and a foil fell. Dang. So much stuff in that pack. Alright, lands, foils, mythics, rares, other stuff. We'll start it like that. Dragonhawk is pretty cool. It doesn't have haste, but it kind of has haste because it can do damage the turn it comes into play. I think it's a very good card. Another foil. Well, there's a foil in every pack. Fabled Passage, alright. And a Sword of Fire and Ice. Alright. I will take it. Put that one right here. A swamp and a hidden grotto. That was unexpected, but nice. I will make a cool stuff pile. I feel like I have a pretty good handle of what's on the set now. And yeah, I would put Fabled Passage in cool stuff. Like, it's very playable. It's always going to hold some amount of value. I play that in many of my commander decks, and it's in standard now as well. A Byway Barterer, okay. A swamp. I like these lands. I think these are quite good, and there's a lot of different ones, 4 of each, so, 1 for each season for each land. I feel like those might end up being fairly popular ones in the long term. This is a good uncommon patchwork banner. I might take that out. Scavenger's Talent. I played 2 copies of that in the pre-release, which I alluded to earlier, where I said I should have played that Mabel. I played 2 copies of that in my deck, and I went 0-3. I did manage to win 1 game by milling my opponent out with that, though. Essence Channeler, it's pretty good. This is one of these cards where it looks like... Tell me, does this card have flying? It sure looks like it does, but it only has flying sometimes. I feel like that one is probably going to mess up a lot of people just thinking that it has flying. I thought it had flying. I was going to put it in my deck because I thought it had flying at the pre-release. Parting Gust. I think that card's awesome. Yeah, I'll put it... Well, I'll put it here for now. Whatever. Gev Scaled Scorch. That card is also awesome. Wait. What am I doing? I'm messing up my files. Okay. Mountain. Guess there's no rare land cycle in this set, is there? I don't think so. Long Reverse Pull, that's a good uncommon. Hired Claw. Runaway Together is a reprint from, I think, Throne of Eldraine, I want to say. Two foils in this pack. And Illuge, the Shoreless Sea. That card has a little bit of hype. It has potential. Flamecash Gecko is pretty cool. It's like a new Burning Tree Emissary, basically. Sometimes better than Burning Tree. Sometimes worse, because you need the opponent to lose life in order to get the trigger. But it does allow you to loot with its activated ability. There's another Moira. Signed. Hey, check it out. One of each. Looking forward to drafting this set. I think it's going to be quite fun. These lands are awesome. The whole cycle is. Fountain Port. That's a pretty hype land. We'll put that in the cool stuff. That's one that can go in any deck, but you should not play it in any deck. There are a lot of times where just having a basic land that produces the color you need would be better than that. You know, it's definitely a good land, but it's not as ubiquitous as some people might think. Here's another Parting Gust. And a turtle there, Elemental Turtle. I think Sword of Fine Arts, it's got to be the best special guest, right? Blacksmith Talent and Sunspine Links. Okay, there's the kind of price of progress on a stick. I'm going to open some of these Japanese ones. You'll see that the cool stuff is up front. We got a Season of Gathering, Magic the Gathering. I've said before in my other videos, I don't like it when the booster packs are set up this way because, like, I want the anticipation of wondering what's going to be in the pack as I go through the pack, not just having it be right up front. There's a possum. Forest, Osteomancer Adept, another Parting Gust, nice. I have high hopes for that card. I played 2 copies of it in one of my pre-release decks. I played 2 pre-releases. The one where I went 3-0, I should say, is I played 2 copies of that in my deck, and it was really good. There's an art card for Hugs. Valley Flood Caller, okay, doing stuff with otters. Dazzling Denial. I heard that the only way to get non-full art lands, like just the regular lands with the small art in it, is in bundles. I don't think that you can open them in packs. Kind of interesting. But the bundles, I think they only come with like one of each of them, because I saw in a bundle you get a whole bunch of full art lands as well. Blacksmith's Talent. And a Kidnap. Let's go back to the wherever these are printed boosters. US. Season of Weaving, borderless. Kind of cool. It's kind of hard to tell with the seasons which one is going to be the one you want to open. I think currently it's the green one, but like that could change very easily. This way. No, dang. I feel like I've got a lot of cast drills. That just does stuff with birds, right? Yeah. Thunder Trap Trainer. Yeah, you do get it seems like you get a lot of foil lands. Mabel again, okay. Mabel is good. I like this art. I think it's not a pretty good card too, Ruthless Negotiation. I think that card actually has potential. It's a very, like, it's so much value. It's just kind of slow, but I could see it potentially being played in a 60 card format. This card is really good. Thought Stalker Warlock. It's a scrap shooter. I think there's probably like 1 million tokens in this set. It's kind of like with Amonkhet, where they had tokens for so many creatures with the Embalm ability. Basically the same kind of thing, just with the Offspring ability. Festival of Embers. Still no 3 tree cities. Valley Flood Color again. So it looks like we're more than halfway through. Just kind of skipping the comments there now. Here's our turtle again. Let's start a new pile for uncommons. Oh, this thing is awesome, Iridescent Vine Lasher. And we have a Warren War Leader there. There's a mythic. I think that card's very good, Warren War Leader. I could see that one potentially becoming pretty pricey. And this card feels kind of thick. This is a good card too, Overprotect. It's a really good combat trick. That one, I had 2 copies of that in my pre-release, where I went 3-0. I had a foil and a non-foil, and then in the prize packs that I opened a foil and a non-foil, so I went home that day with a playset from just one event. It's a card I don't mind having a playset of. Alania, Divergent Storm. Cruel Claw's Heist. That card's pretty cool. The fun thing you can do with that is that if your opponent has no cards in hand, it's still good, because then you just gift them a card and you get to take whatever they drew. Manifold mouse. I guess we could actually get a second special guest, it's possible. Camellia, the Seed Miser. Cool fish. I kind of like this fish token. And we also have a, yeah, this Camellia right there. Valley Quest Caller. That's a very good card. It's a pretty pushed Lord effect on a creature. Like it's put normally in the past you would see just like a 2/2 for 2 that buffs your stuff, but this one is a 2/3, and it can also let you scry, and it works for 4 creature types, not just one. So it's pushed in many different ways. Paw Pet Recruit. I had this in my pre-release and I didn't really like it actually. For 4 mana, 3/1 flyers, like it has a good triggered ability, but 1 toughness on your 4-drop is not that much. Yeah, Mockingbird. That's probably a pretty good rare. I'll put that in with the cool stuff. Oh, Valley Rock Caller and a myth. Wait, is that a mythic? Yes, Kitsa, Otterball, Elite. I meant to say legendary, but it is mythic anyway. That one's pretty cool too. A mythic, you know, whenever there's a mythic 2-drop creature, you gotta pay attention because it's probably pretty good. I think that one has a lot of potential. Like, people have pointed this out, but so it's a 1/3, Vigilance and Prowess. You can tap it to draw and discard a card, and then you can pay 2 and tap it to copy an instant or sorcerer you control. Activate only if its power is 3 or greater. Well, like, you can attack with this. It's still untapped because it has Vigilance. You could draw and discard a card after you've already attacked, or since it has Prowess, you know, you could cast something, trigger Prowess. If you have just one other thing to cast, then it will have its 3 power that it needs to activate the second ability, so it's kind of a lot going on there. Also Blitzball reference. Another Kestrel, what do you know? And a 3-tree Scribe. Alright, we're down to the last 5 packs. Cool otter token. It's very... Is it looking? Line Whisker, Swamp, and Wick. So these are the Japanese ones again. Short Bow. Another Valley Rock Caller there. And a Gov, so double rare pack. I want to get the raised foil Give. I think it looks nice. The token looks nice also. Starscape Cleric. And we got another one of those turtles. That's what, the 3rd one? And there's a card I was talking about where I like the art on it. Oh, it's hard to open. Sword. Alright, we have a sword. We also have a scrap shooter. And what's going to be in our last pack here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mythics. One of them is the special guest. I know this one has a pull tab, I just don't really want to use it. we got a foil scrap shooter. Alright, the card is pretty good. Planes, we'll slow roll this one. It's a rare 3/3. Salvation Swan. I think that card is quite good. It's basically Restoration Angel. It's very similar. A short bow. Alright. Should I do the recap? Yeah, I'll do a recap. So I'll scan up the rares, the mythics, and I guess there isn't really much on the cool stuff. I like this thing, I guess. There's probably some good commons and uncommons in there, but I'm not about to pull them out, and it's kind of early on. We don't know exactly which ones are going to be particularly desirable yet, but I'll scan up this stuff and see what we got. Alright, we're back with the cool stuff laid out here. I've scanned it up. Some interesting stuff this time. So on top here, the mythics, there's 7 of them. That's about normal. One of them is the special guest, though. This Sword of Fire and Ice, this is doing a lot of heavy lifting here, because I scanned up the rares and mythics. Came to about $155 US by TCG Player, mid-pricing, but almost a third of that is in just this one reprint here. So far, a lot of the cards here seem like they're not particularly valuable, I guess. Like it'd be hard to get your pack value back, but the set did just come out, and that is likely going to change. Like, values are going to shift around a lot. So up top here, we've got the mythics, obviously the best one there, a couple of seasons. Got this Illuge here, Warren War Leader. I like this Dragonhawk, I think that's pretty sweet. Kitsa is cool as well. These are some of what are currently some of the good rares. Iridescent Vine Lasher, I think that one's probably going to hold value. I have high hopes for that one. Balin, I was surprised to see the value on that one, but it does seem like a rather good card. Then Mockingbird as well. I've got 3 Scrap Shooters. Apparently that's an alright one. Then I pulled these cards out. It's just interesting to see this duplication. 3 copies of this turtle and then 4 copies of Castrol there. So I don't know, if I want to build birds, I can build 4 bird decks, I guess. Or I could play a playset of it in standard, but I don't know if I would. And then here I was talking about the full art lands. We got a lot of them. I believe you get at least 1 in every pack. So these are not going to be particularly rare. Like in some sets, you don't actually get that many of them. Like I think in Outlaws of Thunder Junction, you wouldn't see these very often. But there are so many different variants of each of these lands. Like there's 4 of each one. So I'm wondering if maybe a particular season might be one that people are looking for. I don't know, but you get a lot of these anyway. So that's going to do it for this one. I'm not sure how much more Bloomburrow product I'll just straight up open, but as I was saying, I do want to draft this though, so that's something that I'm definitely looking forward to. But anyway though, if you're still watching, thanks for watching. It'd be cool if you can like and subscribe and all that kind of stuff. I'd encourage everyone to come join my Discord server. You can find a link to that in the video description below. And in the video description, you can also find a link to my store, the Snug and Dave store, where you can find cool custom playmats and foil tokens. And also, I'd just like to take a moment to thank all the patrons that support me on Patreon. But otherwise though, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.